Welcome to Random Nonsense, where I tell you my thoughts about movies, books, TV shows, anything you can visualize. Okay, so let's start in more recent times. I recently watched the live action of 101 Dalmatians and the live action of 102 Dalmatians. I apparently forgot the dogs don't speak in the live action versions, and to be honest, I don't remember watching the live action of 101 Dalmatians. I mean, it's a lot like the cartoon, that's for sure, but I didn't realize that the other animals were helping the dogs escape in the live action version. Like raccoon stopping the henchman, that was awesome. And I remember watching the live action 102 Dalmatians, like when I went to the hospital. I remember that part of Cruella getting turned into a cake. That's probably the part I remember the most of that movie. But and plus they played that one on Disney Channel all the time, so I remember that one more. But yeah, as for my life of Cruella Deville, oh, I used to have nightmares of her as a kid. I used to always make sure there was a light on at night. When I went to like use the restroom, I'd make sure my bedroom light was on, and then turn on the bathroom light, and then turn off my bedroom light. I'd always make sure there was a light on because I was afraid of Cruella Deville trying to kill me. Yeah, she was. She was. I was scared of her. I hated her as a villain. But now that I'm an adult, I've kind of grown to love her because it's memories, you know? Even if it's bad memories, it's still memories. But yeah, I also remember watching this one a lot as a kid more than the see pattern, the sequels. I remember watching the sequels more apparently. Although that's mainly because I had the first one on VHS tape, so it didn't get as much replay value in that regards. But yeah, as for Cruella, rewatching the live action of 102 Dalmatians, I kind of see the similarities, like the whole Ella and Cruella divided split personality thing. I didn't realize that that already been done because I thought that was like new for the Cruella movie. No, it was in the live action 102 Dalmatians also. So that was definitely interesting. I, I'm kind of wondering if the reason why I'd have nightmares is because in the live action she kind of looks like a witch. I'm gonna be honest. Although it's mainly the cartoon version I remembered the most. I'd say maybe could be her laugh that kind of creeped me out too as a child, and also the drawing does look kind of creepy too. Yeah. Yeah, for the 101, 102 Dalmatians. See, this is random nonsense. Thoughts just scatter through my brain. And I I really like the backstory on Cruella of like she met the henchman when she was a child, and that they kind of grew up together. That was kind of cool. Although yeah, there are kind of replays scenes a couple times in the movie. It's like yeah. But other than that, yeah. And plus it's Emma Stone for crying out loud. Of course it's good in that regard. But yeah, I also liked how in the live action for 101 Dalmatians they were watching Aristocats and Homeward Bound, and then in the the second one they were watching Lady and the Tramp. Disney's got to support Disney, don't you know? uh, yeah. So, and I also found it interesting that in the live action 101 Dalmatians, they didn't show Cruella to be being a terrible driver until like the second one, the 102 Dalmatians. That was kind of interesting because, I mean, the car is perfect. I just wish it was red like in the cartoons, you know? Like, but definitely. Also, I also found it weird that in Cruella, she had the two that made the puppies. She gave them to their owners in Cruella. That was kind of interesting. But so they were like brother and sister separated at birth, and they ended up coming back together, making 15, 15 puppies. Oh yeah, that's right. That's another thing I didn't realize. The live action, they had 15 puppies. They didn't have 101 Dalmatians. No, the 101 didn't come back. Didn't happen until after they rescued them, and the owners didn't claim them back. Like they probably sold them to Cruella. They didn't want to feel bad, you know. Like nobody claimed them, so they ended up get stuck with all these Dalmatians. Uh, and then 102 Dalmatians, how they had like a parrot that they had to have one animal to talk to a parrot. Uh, oh, the other thing in 102 Dalmatians, I liked how they were when they were watching Lady and Tramp, their humans were eating spaghetti and meatballs. uh, I know it's turning more a review of the movies than my life of Cruella, but like, just know it's crazy. The other thing, when I was a kid, I used to have closet doors. I used to always make sure the doors were closed because I always thought Cruella was gonna pop up in my closet. It was crazy how much I feared her. How can you go from hating and scared of a villain to enjoying them so much? I will never know the answer to that question. Because that's just memories. Memories you held on to. And also, I was like, when I watched 102 Dalmatians, I was like, oh, they recast her. No, it's one of the puppies grown up. Dipstick, lovely name, and oddball, who took forever to grow spots in the second one. Uh, yeah, and that's the funny thing. I always remember the cake scene, and that's kind of like Chicken Run. You know how they did the turn the lady into a pot pie at the end. That's kind of interesting. Like just a comparison there. Uh, they made her fall in the mud in the first one. What I meant by recasting is I thought they recast the owners of the dogs. No, it's just a new owner of Dipstick. It's a whole different character. I didn't realize that. They, but they kept the important character the same, Cruella. That's all that mattered when they recast. They kept the butler the same too, I think, which is kind of interesting. But they did recast the henchman, and the henchman worked for the guy who ended up falling in love with the one that had Dipstick. Live action, yeah, and it was like Dipstick had all the memories. The dogs don't forget that. That's for sure. Like I understand that. Like I said, I remember this one more. This one was probably played on the TV the most too, probably in a way, because like I said, this one was on DVD, so I watched this one more. First one was on VHS tape. Now I got it together with Gorilla. Yay! Also, like how her hair changed when she went back into Cruella, just started spiking back up. That was kind of cool. And like she got triggered by a clock, a clock, ding dong, and seeing a dog with spots that brought it back up. Brought her back into Cruella, and she changed that's the catch. She didn't want 100 Dalmatians anymore. She won 102. She wanted a hood for a dog. Dog for hood. That was just crazy. Made a bunch of food, and all the dogs just ended up eating it instead of the human. Uh, the whole Ella versus Cruella battle. Ella's all this person who loves animals, and then Cruella just wants to kill them all, slaughter them, and make coats out of them. Just coats, not rugs. She's not Lord Farquaad. But yeah, my life of Cruella. Definitely an interesting one. Growing up with her. The one scene that they made the same for the live action and the cartoon for 100 Dalmatians when when Cruella was like staring at her car looking at the prints. That was just perfect. That was the best part. How much they referenced that and connected it all together, the live action, the cartoon. That was wow. And in the live action, they were hiding underneath sheep. Uh, the live action had just a little bit more to it than the cartoon did, but in a way, the cartoon's better because animals talk. But yeah, kind of already know because you see the cartoon before you see. I've seen the cartoon before I saw the live action one, so I kind of already knew what was the premise. But yeah, that much more icing on the cake. Because the second one she gets turned into cake. There was icing in the first one though. I used to have so many nightmares of her trying to kill me, which is weird because she doesn't even kill humans; she kills animals. But yeah, her and her driving her car crazy. But I guess maybe she'd kill humans that way. But yeah. Anyways, random nonsense out.